All right, guys, we're back with round 4, Edison Format, Epik Cards and Games in Hurst, Texas. We got myself on the left playing Vayu Turbo versus John Vigil on the right playing Blackwings. This is last round of Swiss before top 8, so winner is guaranteed a spot while losers might still have a chance to get in depending on tiebreakers. So obviously myself and John's a regular on the channel. He's got the third most wins while I have the second most, so we'll see who gets the guarantee spot in top 8. Let's see. John's Allure and debating on what to banish with Allure. And so the only thing I would set turn 1 is either Ryko or Hamster. It's highly likely Hamster, though, because I play, I can't remember if I was playing 2 or 3 on this day. Anyways, he Icarus's Shura, and I chain MST. And unfortunately, I hit his dang Yada. I wonder what the other 2 back rows are. And of course, I hit the Yada. The one he can chain. I even did this first turn to play around Icarus, setting the MST with, I think it was Hamster. Okay, so we're both at 8,000. And now I set 1 pass. John summons Vayu. So right away, I think he has probably another Icarus if he did this, summoning the Vayu. Now John with 4 back rows. Activates Trap Dust Shoot. Oh, someone kicked the camera. So my hand is Card Trooper, Sirocco, Vayu, Greffer. So which one? Looks like he chose the Greffer. And now I must decide, what do I send? Let's see what I decide to do. So it was either, in my opinion, it was either Summon Trooper or Summon Vayu. And here he deprisons my Vayu. So I still have Card Trooper for next turn. And the reason is I'd rather he deprison my Vayu than my Card Trooper. Because Card Trooper can run over some of his monsters. So here I Mirror Force his Blizzard and Vayu. Just because I'm trying to play around Icarus. Even though he already used one, I kind of have the read that he's got another Icarus. That's at least what I'm guessing. So now I can summon Card Trooper, or I can summon Sirocco. So let's see which one I decide to do. So I choose the Card Trooper and mill Deprison, Greffer, and Hamster. Oh, okay, so the monster I said first turn was a Ryko, it looks like. Anyway, Card Trooper runs over the Shura, so now I have... And John with another Blizzard. So he's got 3 Darks. And I Torrential his Shura when it hits the field. And I'm going to draw 1 off the Card Trooper. I did this because I don't want him to Synchro Summon for Armed Wing and then have a Vayu play. That's one of the reasons why I Torrentialed there. So anyway, here comes Upstart. And it looks like I passed. Then John passed and I Upstart him again. So now John's at 10K. Yeah, John and I knew. Okay, it looks like I'm just passing, and then John pokes me for 14. So we're at 58 to 10K. John's got 2 cards in hand, 2 back rows. And here comes Heavy. Another jar. See, I swear, like I had the read on the other Icarus. So here comes Sirocco, Gale. Oh, okay. I remember now. So there's something I want to talk about. I messed up. I thought I had game. See, I'm already checking my graveyard. So what I should have done was, I should have just pumped right here. I just go Sirocco, pump. But I thought I had a Vayu in the grave, but I forgot he deprisoned it. So I have Burial in my hand. John's at 10K. I was thinking, can I put 10K on the board? And if I had a Vayu in the grave, if that Vayu there was in the graveyard, it was game. But since it was banished, it was not game. So you can see I messed up. I should have pumped first. I should have just pumped and attacked. But by then, it's already too late. Like, so with my hand, with Dark Armed, Colossal, 2 Armed Wings, how much that's over 10,000. So you can tell, so the 2 cards in my hand are, like I said, Dark Armed, Burial are the 2 cards in my hand. So with the Colossal and that's 56... Yeah, that's like more than 10,000. It's almost 11,000. But I messed up because I forgot the Vayu is banished. I needed the Vayu in the graveyard. And so this is why, like, I know. I was like, dang it, I messed up. So you can see there, I'm taking a long time. But by the time I realized that, I was like, oh, well, it's too late. That's why I'm, like, hesitating now. But I did have the Kalut. So if I had just, what I should have done was Sirocco, Gale, Pump. So my Gale would have been at what, 33, 37, 47, 34. Yeah, it would have been at 47. He would have taken 4,000 to the face instead. So yes, I definitely messed up. I got too ahead of myself. I thought I had game, which I didn't. That's what happened there. So again, I have 3 cards in my hand. One of them is Burial, and one of them is Dark Armed. All right, so now we're 58. Yeah, this is huge. He took 22. He was supposed to take an extra 1,800 damage. That's what happened. I probably still summon Colossal Fighter here. Yeah, the only difference I should have... All right. 58, 78. I have Burial. So I hit him for 28. Or 29, sorry. Now he's at 49. I set either a Raikou or another hamster. We'll find out. All right. This is a... Let's see what John can do. John's got Greffer. John's like, I wouldn't say he's playing hybrid. I think he's playing maybe 1 or 2 Greffers. But I just... Every time I see people play hybrid, I think the pure Blackwing deck is better. It's just more consistent. I notice when I watch people play hybrid, they draw clunky hands of too many Vayus. Their Black Whirlwind's not as good. Because they probably cut down on Boras. They draw way more normal summons. So yeah, just... The RBT in Maryland was this week, and I think I was surprised. Like there was only like 1 Blackwing in top 16, I think, or 2, 1 or 2. I feel like with Blackwings, it just comes down to how, like, if you're gonna. This is my opinion, guys. Some of you guys might disagree. Some people do. I know people have given me heat over it in the past about Blackwings. The reason I've never played it at a big event is because I feel like with that deck, it just comes down to how much you see Whirlwind. If you're going to do well with Blackwings, you need to see Whirlwind a lot, or you need to have favorable matchups. I mean, that's every deck, though, but Blackwings in particular, I feel like you have to see your Whirlwind. Okay, anyway, now 58, 49. So what's my set? Is it Hamster or Raikou? So it is Hamster. It looks like I'm playing 3. When I play Vayu, I like either 2 or 3 hamsters. I don't like 1. I know some people like playing 1 or 0, but I think it's like one of the best cards in that deck. So now I choose to drop the Dark Armed, and let's find out what he's got. So we pop the Deck Dev in the main. Pop the Gale. So I'm not going to pop the Whirlwind because I have game. He's at 49. I mean, that's game right there on board. I don't know what's taking so long. See, John here should just concede. If I was in John's shoes, it's like, what, do you think I'm not going to attack? I would just scoop. I get it, you hope your opponent messes up, but this is why people go into time. Like, unless if... Okay, there, he finally conceded. Unless if you play, like, a random Battle Fader or Trag in your deck. So yes, I take game 1. That error where I thought I had game didn't end up costing me too much. But next time, I got to be more careful. So game 2, John's going first. Summons Greffer. Pitches Sirocco. Sends Vayu. Sets 1 and passes. All right, so I start off by setting 1 face down and 2 basically T set. All right, let's see, what will John do? Will he Greffer me again? Looks like he's got a bunch of spell and traps in his hand. Will he use the Vayu to try and you saw 3 hamsters in my deck game 1. Or no, actually you saw 2. Never mind. Yeah, you only saw 2. But still, the fact that you saw 2. Okay, so Shura attacks my hamster. He colludes over the hamster, so I will get Raico's effect. So we're trying to debate on whose effect goes first. The hamster or the Shura. Hamster goes first because it's a flip effect. Yes, it's not like not like it matters, but so Raikou hits the field, and now John must choose who does he attack with, the Vayu or the Greffer. Probably the Vayu, right? Or the no, because you think I might pop. I'm probably not gonna pop the Greffer though. You didn't use Greffer's effect, so I'm probably not gonna pop the Greffer. This is not Vayu Turbo that I'm playing against, so. If he attacks, I'm either gonna pop the back row or the Shura. Either way, you're gonna make a level 5 synchro. Oh, he heavies me. Oh, he has dark armed. Okay, pop my Raikou. Synchro for 5. So I remember when John did this, I was kind of happy because now it's like I can just deal with your field. You have no cards in hand, no back row, so I'm kind of like, okay. Now I just have to, basically just have to deal with the dark arm the best way I can. So here I lure. What will I allure? But I remember my hand wasn't that good. So like I had to waste a lot of resources to deal with a John's field. Basically, I have to get rid of the dark arm. And I remember I was upset because John, that random Greffer hurt me really bad. Him having the random Greffer, because otherwise I could have gone Colossal, crash into the dark arm, and then run over another monster. So here I Armageddonite, send Plague, so I can make a level 6, so I can crash Goyo into Dark Arm, but I have Burial in my hand, so I can Burial and make a level 8 Synchro, but I'm going to have to give up a lot of cards, to keep bringing back the Plague. So here, I'm pretty sure it's like, I guess even if he didn't have the Greffer, my Colossal would have still been too big. It would have still been at 29 because of my Armageddonite. So him having the Greffer doesn't matter. Anyway, so we're probably going to go Brio. Yes, Brio. Now, I could bounce the Dark Arm, but I'd rather just get it out of the way because he's got, what, 4 Darks. Yes, he's got 4 Darks, I believe. Sirocco, Vayu. But he can manipulate his graveyard. That's why I was like, I just got to get rid of this Dark Arm. And then here comes the Burial. So now I top deck my last card. So Synchro for 8. And we go for Colossal. I could have also gone... No, I couldn't go Darken. I had to go Colossal. It was my only option. So Colossal attacks over the Dark Arm. So all he has is Shura, and I have a Colossal Fighter and a Necroguard in my grave. So we'll see who... Like, even... I guess John would have to top deck a Blizzard. Yes, he would have to top deck a Blizzard. And he did. It's unfortunate. So now... He doesn't even use the effect. There's no need to. All he has is Vayu's in there. It goes for Darkened. Send my Colossal. Activates Vayu's effect. And that's a ton of damage I'm about to take. It's 18, 29, 21. So that's 29, 39. And I'm going to Necro the Armor Master. And here comes Card Trooper, Mill, the Raikou, Torrential Ham. So you can see the 2 cards I top decked were Card Trooper and Raikou. So there was not like much I could do. Maybe I could have just not bounced the Android, I guess. That would have been another play. And just leave him with the Android up. Okay, I set 1 and pass, so we're at 39, 83. So he switches Dark into defense mode. This is game right here. Luckily, I top decked the Mirror Force to keep me alive for another turn. And John, so we're at 39, 83. So John did play around Mirror Force. set a monster, pass. So he sends my set, which is a Vayu, summon Shura, attacks me for 16. So he leaves me at 500. So now I can't even top deck Brain Control. Here comes Upstart. Now John's at 93. Activate Vayu. Summon Armwing. No response from John. Oh, I drew another Vayu. Great. Okay, so I can set the Vayu, but then he can hit over it with Shura and attack, and then top deck Kalut for game. So John wins game 2, forces the game 3. Will he pull off the backdoor 2-0 and guarantee his spot in top 8 and then potentially knock me out? We'll see. All right, game 3. Looks like I'm going first. Activate Rhoda. Search Greffer. Summon Greffer. Ditch Vayu. Okay, so here's something I want to talk about. So what do you do, guys? You Vayu players out there. I have Mirror Force and MST. First turn against Blackwings. Which one do you set? You set Necrogarna. What do you do here? So I'm going to tell you what I did. I set MST in case he draws Whirlwind. Because I have Necro. And here he goes Black Whirlwind. I MST his Whirlwind. And he sets 2 and passes. Someone kicked the camera. Alright, so 8,000. Because, like, the reason I set MST, because I can always use Mirror Force later. Like, if John goes off and he has a monster I need to deal with, I can just set Mirror Force. Okay, and I hate setting 2 because I don't want to get blown out by heavy. I almost never set 2 first turn, unless, like, if I have Solemn. Even then, I still don't do it that much. Or Trap does shoot. So here, so this is kind of an interesting play. I could have Kai'd John. Maybe I should have just Kai'd him. Now that I'm looking back, because I have, I'm gonna Kai'd him here, anyway. But I kind of wanted to get the Kalut out of his hand. Just so I have, so basically I Kalut him here, and my body his Torrential. Yes, because now I don't have to worry. He's gonna have to deal with my Caius, and a Blizzard doesn't out my Caius. The worst he can do is crash with my Caius with a what's his name, Android. That's the best thing he can do. So here he takes 24, so we're at 46 to 54, and here comes Trunade. Yeah, John's on. I don't like Trunade, but John loves it. So we're at 46 to 54. So I activate Vayu's effect, Vayu's effect. All right, let's see what else we got. John's at 46. This is game right here if John can't deal with it. So he does have the gore, so Arbor Master runs over the token. So we're at 22.54. I don't think I've used the Necro from like way earlier. Yeah, it's still there. And then another thing I want to go over. So it's funny because John opened Kaiku, Whirlwind, Kalut, and he chose to summon the Kalut instead of summoning the Kaiku while I had a Greffer. So did John make the right decision? And anyways, here I half the Kai, or he halves my Caius, so I take 100. I choose not to protect my Caius. And then he sets 1 and passes, so we're at 53 to 22. And here comes Delta Crow. He Delta Crows my Mirror Force. So John's argument for not summoning the Kaiku turn 1 was because he was afraid of like a bottomless, deep prison, Mirror Force, anything. Which is a good argument. But you kind of, if, I understand John's. We'll go over that at the end anyway. We'll see what happens. John's got 2 cards. There's the Kaiku that he opened turn 1 with. So Gores runs over my Armor Master, and I don't care about... Yes, I don't care about the protecting my Armor Master. So we're at 51 to 1,000. John's left with what, one card. He's at 1,000. Okay, so I'm so stupid. So if he doesn't have Crow, this is game. But I'm just like overthinking it. You guys will see here in a second. Yep, top for Plague. This game, just Goyo attack over Kaiku. But I'm getting all fancy and stuff. Flip hamster. Yeah, I could have just Goyo him for game. Yeah, yeah, you can see here I'm just getting all fancy. Yeah, but this is game. So we'll go over the scenario with the Kaiku. So I just brio this, and then this is game anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I was just overthinking it. But like, so John has Kalut, Whirlwind. Or he opened double Kalut, Whirlwind, and Kaiku. Maybe John should have just summoned Kaiku, bait out my back row, and then next turn he has Whirlwind. I mean, obviously he would have got rid of my Vayu and my Necrogarna, and I still would have MST. And then next turn, the Whirlwind play would have been stopped. But yeah, it would have been much harder for me. Would John have won that game had he summoned that Kaiku first turn? I would have been in a much worse spot. But I get it. His reasoning was he was afraid of Bottomless. He was afraid of Deep Prison, which most Vayu decks play double Bottomless, double Deep Prison. But I feel like but you also have to remember, people are going to side in. A lot of people side 2 to 3 Dust Tornadoes, particularly for Blackwings. So you could also, which is what I did. I chose to set MST instead of the Mirror Force there. So yeah, maybe in the future John should have summoned the Kaiku first. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that match. We'll start top 8 soon, and John still snuck in at 8th. So congrats to him. Hope you guys enjoyed this match, and we'll be back soon. Bye, guys.